Moving on to my favorite segment of the week. Why do you say? There's been a lot of stuff this week. I got to play a lot of catch up for next week. So some of these are going to be a little bit older, but this is just one of the worst arguments, in my opinion, to ever exist. And it's about LeBron James. And LeBron is incredible. LeBron at 41 still being this good. We all know, like, he's been the greatest high schooler. He's the greatest guy to ever come out of high school. There's so many things you can say about LeBron James. The list of accolades goes on for literally forever. And he might still be able to play for another 2 years. I don't know. I don't actually think, similar to Brady. Now, Brady was willing to detach himself from his family. Like, Brady literally got divorced because he played so long. But I do think LeBron's actual decision to retire is Savannah has just as much a say as LeBron does, and LeBron wants to keep his home and LeBron wants to keep his wife. So I think that he could probably play for 2 to 3 more years. I don't think, and that's fine. Savannah's got every right to want her husband home. He's been playing basketball for 21 years. Like, go the fuck home, man. But Bruce Bowen is the beautiful thing about microphones. Everybody can have one. Everyone's got an opinion. They're like assholes. Everyone's got them. Bruce Bowen goes on and says, LeBron's not in my top 5. And I'm not going to quote him word for word because it's pretty long-winded here. But basically that it's this age-old argument that Bruce Bowen retreaded out there, which is he had to go and make his teams. Michael won his teams in Chicago. Kobe won with his team in L.A. LeBron went out and he had to leave Cleveland to go to Miami, then go back to Cleveland, then go back to L.A. Listen. I am a huge Kobe Bryant fan, rest in peace. I am a huge Michael Jordan fan. LeBron's better than Kobe. I don't think LeBron's quite as good as Jordan. I think Jordan and LeBron are 1-2. If you say LeBron's the GOAT, I don't think it's obviously not a terrible argument or a conversation. I just don't agree with you. But he's a top 2 player ever. I think that's undisputed. And really, if I was going to say anybody actually was closer to him, I would say it's Magic, but that's a whole different thing that I don't want to get into right now. The idea that LeBron's career should be diminished because he's been on now 4 teams, Cleveland, Miami, not even 4, 3 teams, but he went, I guess if you want to call the Cavs 2 stints. So Cleveland, Miami, back to Cleveland, and now LA. So 3 total jerseys worn, 4 different tenures. That is just some of the worst revisionist history ever. Did the Miami move in real time make us go, ugh? Did it make us uncomfortable? Did it make us all feel like, man, he's chasing? Yes, 1,000%. And because we hadn't seen it, media is always growing bigger and bigger, especially sports media, which has just multiplied its reach and output, especially during LeBron James' career and his tenure. So when he did it, it felt like we've never seen a guy this good, this great, do this kind of thing. We've seen role players go from team to team and try to get a ring at the end of their career, but a player like LeBron James in his prime, and then he did the ESPN interview, and then which he donated all that to charity, but still we didn't like that. It made us all uncomfortable. We didn't like it. All that's true. What's also true is, again, if the media existed in the same fashion during Kobe's entire career, during Mike's entire career, we'd have the same arguments to pick at them. Mike retired in the middle of his prime. Just said, I'm good. I won't do this anymore. And if you want to believe the side story that he was going to get in trouble, fine. I'm not really here to dispute that. But he just retired. Could you imagine if the chosen one had retired in the middle of his prime and just said, yeah, I just don't want to play basketball anymore, and then came back 2 years later? Could you imagine the headlines, the stories? Could you imagine the way First Take would run a 24-hour marathon? And it would all be about, and especially if somebody, just imagine this story. LeBron James retires. This is 20, let's say it's the middle of his career, so he's played so damn long. It's 2012, right? Kevin Durant wins 2 titles in a row. LeBron comes back. LeBron actually never beats Kevin Durant. The rest of history plays out. Kevin Durant ends up going to the Warriors. LeBron never plays KD in the finals. Could you imagine LeBron James retiring, letting another small forward, all-time great, win 2 titles? He ducked them, then came back and never got a chance to get back? They would say that would live with LeBron forever. Mike retired. Hakeem, who was the second best player of that era and the second best player in real time, won 2 titles. Mike didn't get his get back against Hakeem. He ended up playing the Jazz, and he played the Suns during that second three-peat. So Michael Jordan retires. The second best player wins 2 titles in a row. Mike doesn't beat that guy in the finals. If the media existed the same way it did now, and that same kind of asterisk, and again, both had already won titles. LeBron would have already had a 2-peat, LeBron or back-to-back. Mike would have already had the 3-peat. They would slam LeBron for it. Let's go to the Kobe part of this. Kobe's a lifetime Laker. Absolutely. At least that's the way that his basketball reference plays out. Let's just ignore the fact that he literally wanted to be traded, and Mark Cuban has done everything in his power to tell you the past 10 years, man, we had it in place. We had it in place. Genie wasn't going to let him go, but man, I had the pieces, we had the players, we had the trade, we had it all in the little trade thing there. It was going to happen. Kobe Bryant was going to either be a Maverick, or the other story was Kobe Bryant was going to be a Bull. He was willing to leave the Lakers. I know his basketball reference says one team his entire career. If you actually look at it and go, oh yeah, well, that could have changed, except Jeannie Buss just was like, no, I'm not going to let it happen. But that wasn't Kobe's decision. Kobe would have been gone halfway through his career, and then who knows how the rest of his career plays out. So this idea that LeBron, I push back on that he's been the best player since his first finals run. I definitively think he was the best player from 2011 until, let's call it 2021, when I think Giannis took it from him. A decade-long run of being the best player in the world. You're one of the 2 best players to ever play the game. If your only argument against LeBron James is, well, he just played for more than one team, so he can't be the GOAT. Okay, well, then Jordan was a White Sox, so he can't be the GOAT. Kobe wanted to be traded, so he can't be the GOAT. Jordan retired. Literally retired. Hakeem won multiple titles, then he came back. Let's stop this. We have to if you're going to have reasons for why somebody you view is the greatest ever or the second greatest ever, which that's fine. We all do it. It's valid. But then have an actually good reason. Don't give me some bullshit. Don't blow smoke up my ass. Have an actual good reason. And the weakest reason by far to criticize LeBron James is, well, he just played for too many teams. I can't put him the GOAT. Magic was just a Laker. Kobe was just a Laker. Jordan was just a Bull. Magic didn't have a choice to be a Laker. Magic signed the worst contract in sports history. 25 years, $25 million. Go look it up. It's the worst contract I've ever seen in my life. Was it amazing at the time for Magic? And he's like, I'm going to be a millionaire forever? Sure. LeBron. They had to literally change the way they did contracts because they looked at Magic and went, oh, you just signed him for the rest of his life. You gave him no options, no chances, no free agency. Bird was a lifetime Celtic. Yeah, but he also had a bunch of injuries. And Bird's career was cut short due to those injuries, which is unfortunate. But let's stop with the whole multiple teams is why you can't be the GOAT. That's just stupid. Bruce Bowen, why would you say that? I mean, if you want to be a part of one of the coolest, most unique communities, don't forget to like and subscribe.